let's jump straight into the first question. Okay, I said I grouped a couple of questions together. So a question here from Sue, which was how do I increase my web presence to increase my sales turnover? And one here from Eves, which is what's the most effective way to get traffic on my website without spending too much money? Let's take Sue's question first. I am a self-confessed big believer in pay-per-click. It's how we grew our business very quickly, very large. I'm a bigger believer in that than most other forms of advertising. Normal newspaper advertising, yellow pages, even SEO. I believe pay-per-click is the one thing that you can very quickly get to the top of the search engines using a number of fairly simple tactics. So I'm a big believer in pay-per-click, Sue. So try it, try a limited budget, and you will increase your web presence, I can assure you. In terms of your question, Eve, about the most effective way without spending too much money, I wanted to highlight your question because I get this, how do I make a lot of money without spending a lot of money type question for the internet. And the first thing I want to get across is the internet is not a free way of driving traffic to your site. A lot of people think that if they have a business that isn't working, if they put it on the internet, it'll work. You've got to have a business that works. You've got to be able to have a product that sells to start with. But in terms of, without spending too much money, let me put it to you like this. If I said to you, give me £10 and I would give you £20 back, then I ask you, how many £10 would you give me? Honestly, you try and find as many £10 as you can get. So the actual question you should be asking here is, what's the most effective way without taking too much risk initially with my money? And quite honestly, it's testing. You should never do any advertising on the internet or anywhere that you cannot measure. You want to measure, test the effectiveness of your advertising, make sure you've got back-end processes that allow you to measure sales driven from which advertising drove those sales, and then it's a question of upping the spend on the more profitable advertising activities.